Elon Musk was born in Pretoria, South Africa, a place far from the stars he would one day try to reach. From a young age, he was different. Not like the other kids who played outside all day. Instead, he was lost inside his own mind. Books, ideas, grand visions of the future. He would stare into space for long periods. His parents thought he might be deaf. Doctors even checked his hearing. He wasn't deaf. He was dreaming, thinking about inventions, thinking about science, thinking about a better, more exciting future. His childhood was not easy. School was a difficult place. Quiet and always reading, he became a target for bullies. The other children didn't understand his passion for learning. They saw his quiet nature as weakness. The bullying was severe. He was chased. He was beaten. He was pushed downstairs. These moments left deep physical and emotional scars. He learned the world could be harsh, especially for someone different. The constant bullying did more than just inflict pain, it shaped the very core of Elon Musk's character. Every difficult day, every cruel taunt, every physical attack, he learned that he could not rely on others for safety or validation. He had to rely on himself. This harsh lesson forced him to develop an incredible inner strength and a fierce determination to prove his tormentors wrong. The pain he endured became a powerful fuel, driving him to work harder and dream bigger than anyone around him. He decided that he would not be a victim forever. He would become a creator, a builder, someone who mattered. This determination to rise above his circumstances became his primary motivation. While other kids were focused on fitting in, Elon was focused on getting out. He saw his future not in South Africa, but in a place where big ideas were celebrated, America. The United States represented a land of opportunity, a place where innovation was rewarded and where someone with ambitious goals could find the resources to make them a reality. The dream of moving to America was not just about seeking a better life, it was about finding a place where his mind could be free to build the future he had read about in his books. With his mind set on America, Elon Musk left South Africa as a teenager. His journey first took him to Canada, where he enrolled at Queen's University. He eventually made his way to the United States, transferring to the University of Pennsylvania. Here, he earned degrees in both physics and economics, two fields that would become the twin pillars of his future empire. He was finally in the land of opportunity, hungry, ambitious, ready to make his mark. He had a brilliant mind and an incredible work ethic, perfect for the fast-paced tech boom of the 1990s. After graduating, Elon and his brother Kimball decided to start their own company. With just a small amount of money, they founded Zip2 in 1995. The idea was simple but revolutionary: an online city guide, a digital version of the Yellow Pages with maps. They worked tirelessly, often sleeping in the tiny office because they couldn't afford rent. Elon coded the website himself, day and night. Risky venture, countless challenges, but slowly businesses signed up. Compaq took notice. In 1999, Compaq bought Zip2 for over $300 million. The journey with PayPal was far from smooth. As the leader of the newly merged company, Elon faced intense internal conflicts and power struggles, disagreements over the company's name, disagreements over its underlying technology, disagreements over its overall direction. At one point, while he was away on a much-needed vacation, the board of directors voted to oust him as CEO. It was a stunning betrayal. A painful reminder that even at the top you are not safe from rejection. For someone who had already endured so much, this could have been a crushing blow. He was pushed out by a group that didn't share his vision. Despite being removed as CEO, Elon remained the largest shareholder. He also stayed a dedicated member of the board. He continued to believe deeply in PayPal's mission and potential. He put his ego aside and supported the new leadership, focusing on the long-term success of the company. His faith was ultimately vindicated. In 2002, the online auction giant eBay acquired PayPal for a staggering $1.5 billion. Elon Musk's share from the sale was over $180 million. He was now wealthier than ever, with a massive fortune at his disposal. Once again, he stood at a crossroads. He could have walked away from the high-stakes world of tech and business forever. But Elon did not see his fortune as a prize to be enjoyed. He saw it as ammunition for his real mission. He took nearly every dollar he had earned from the PayPal sale and made an astonishingly risky bet. With SpaceX, Elon Musk entered an industry dominated by governments, Boeing, Lockheed Martin. His goal was audacious: to build reusable rockets that could dramatically lower the cost of space travel. The established players in the industry laughed at him. They said it was impossible, that the physics and economics would never work. Building a rocket from scratch was hard enough, making it reusable was considered a pipe dream. But Elon, with his background in physics, believed it could be done. He assembled a team of brilliant young engineers who shared his passion and his willingness to challenge conventional wisdom. The early years of SpaceX were a brutal series of failures. Their first rocket, the Falcon 1, failed to reach orbit on its first launch in 2006. The rocket lifted off, only to catch fire and crash back to Earth. Their second attempt in 2007 also failed. Their third attempt in 2008 failed yet again, taking a NASA satellite with it, and the ashes of hundreds of people. The company was on the brink of collapse. Elon had poured all his money into these launches, and he had only enough left for one more try. The pressure was immense. In September 2008, with the last of his money on the line, SpaceX launched its fourth Falcon 1 rocket. The entire company held its breath. At the same time he was trying to get his rockets off the ground, Elon Musk was also pouring his money and energy into Tesla. When he joined the company in 2004, it was a small startup with a bold vision to prove that electric cars could be better, faster, more exciting than gasoline-powered cars. The prevailing view at the time was that electric cars were nothing more than glorified golf carts, slow, ugly, with a very limited range. The major auto manufacturers had dabbled in electric vehicles but had largely abandoned them. Elon saw things differently. He believed that technology could overcome these limitations. The initial plan was to start with a high-end sports car, the Tesla Roadster, to prove the technology and change public perception. The development of the Roadster was plagued by problems. Production was delayed, costs skyrocketed, the company was hemorrhaging cash. By 2008, the same year SpaceX was on its last legs, Tesla was on the verge of bankruptcy. The global financial crisis hit, and funding completely dried up. Elon faced an impossible choice: save one company or risk losing both. He scraped together his last remaining personal funds to keep both companies alive. It was the darkest period of his professional life. He worked to the point of exhaustion, faced constant stress, and a barrage of negative press. Critics nicknamed the company Teslageddon and ran death watches. Through sheer force of will, Elon managed to steer Tesla through the storm. Just before Christmas 2008, he secured a last-minute funding round with only hours to spare. Elon Musk's life is a powerful story of resilience. From the bullied boy in South Africa, celebrated leader, controversial leader, world-changing companies, his journey has been defined by his refusal to give up. He transformed the pain of his youth into an unstoppable drive to build a better future. Where others saw insurmountable obstacles, he saw engineering problems waiting to be solved. He looked at the auto industry content with its century-old gasoline engine and forced it to go electric. He looked at the aerospace industry content with its disposable rockets and forced it to become reusable. He took on giants and won. His journey teaches us that the path to achieving great things is never easy. It is filled with failure, rejection, moments of profound doubt. SpaceX's rockets exploded. Tesla nearly went bankrupt multiple times. Experts, competitors. The media all told him he would fail, but he listened to his own vision instead. He understood that failure is not the opposite of success, it is a part of it. Each setback was a lesson that pushed him closer to his goal. Endure the struggle, risk everything for what you believe in, get back up every single time you fall. Today the world is different because of his courage and imagination.